Welcome back, disc golf fans, to the back nine coverage of round 2 of the 2021 Portland Open presented by Dynamic Discs. I'm Brian Earhart, joined here again by Nate Perkins. This is an awesome card to watch play this course. I actually think we almost couldn't get a better card at this point. We have some of the best roller throwers in the game. We have some of the best sidearm throwers in the game, some of the best putter throwers in the game, and then Thomas Gilbert, who just does a lot of things really, really well and throws really, really far.
He's looking good. A couple tough bogeys on the front. Kev Jones, though, rattled off 4 in a row right there. 2 through 7's really the stretch on the front. That's really where you want to score. The back 9 gets significantly harder.
Every single, every birdie has to be earned with a fantastic pair of shots.
Starting here on hole 10, there's a gap off the tee that makes you throw kind of like a flat shot. It's slightly uphill too. You need 450 feet off the tee if you want a chance of scoring. Basket is downhill, tucked on the right, low hanging branches, very tricky approach. We've seen roller approach.
Kevin going long hyzer flip.
Look at him biting off the corner like that.
That's huge.
That's safe?
Oh, yeah. That is an enormous drive
what
from
a
Kevin.
Shot. And we saw Adam hit that tree during the first round and not quite hitting the correct angle on that nuke shot right there.
That, however, is a pretty decent angle.
If it holds.
It's coming out a little early.
There is out of bounds over there.
And I believe that's actually safe.
Is that safe, Brian? Wow.
Yeah, there was some discrepancy actually about that exact position. On the tee sign, it does not show that it's out of bounds with the red line, but it does show that white painted line in left is out of bounds, and there is white painted line there. Tournament director did determine that that was not out of bounds.
Wow. I was definitely under the impression that it was. And from way out of position, Adam just displaying some of his forehand power with that nuke.
And Nikko going roller downhill. Little early, it looks like. Circle 2. That's definitely a... Oh, no, there's OB out. There's a white painted line all the way down the right side, splitting the fairways of 10 and 11, actually. So he found the out of bounds there as well. These rollers are starting to get him into a little bit of trouble.
He's definitely getting himself into trouble. And Thomas is getting scary good with that forehand.
Mm-hmm. Adam trying to get one to dance in the wind a bit and maybe land in the basket from about 60, but he's going to be right there for a par. And Nikko, OB on his second shot.
Yeah, what a tough stretch after going 4 under through the first 5 holes and actually putting pressure on the lead. And now, I mean, he's going to be 5-6 strokes back of the leader.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, he's getting closer, though.
Mm-hmm.
Tough win right here, right to left.
Yeah, those wins for a righty are tough. Just if you throw it a little too high, you don't snap it enough, it'll get carried over the basket, and who knows how far past you'll go.
Yeah, that one started to lift.
Yeah.
It almost went into the band right there, but great birdie from
That
Adam.
was actually a par
was
from
par?
Adam. Yeah, he had to lay up a jump
Oh, that's
putt.
right. He missed the drive.
Yep.
Thank you.
And then another bogey from Nikko. That's 3 out of the last 4 holes he's bogeyed, bringing him right back to start, really. Hole number 11 is a very specific par 3. You kind of have to saw a drive off on purpose with intention and there's 2 OB bunkers in front and behind, and you only really have trees as reference. This looks pretty good. Oh, yeah. That is parked from Kevin.
A lot of touch on that one.
Adam putting a similar move on the disc.
Oh!
No!
That's
What?
going so
Down to
deep.
the right. Down to the, yeah, the green.
I wonder if
That skipped off the base of the basket.
I wonder if he knows that it did that. It
No.
went so high, 50 feet in the air off the base right there.
And was literally 2 inches from just spiking right at the basket.
Yeah, that grass is really thick right there.
Yeah, boy.
Ooh, Thomas.
Keeping it low, getting good ground play.
And Nikko always opting for these flatter lines. Not quite getting that push to the left that the other players throwing Heiser wanted. What a crazy skip. It's one of those hilarious disc golf happenings.
Yeah, because the basket is actually sitting on like a wooden stand right there to make it level. Oh no.
Nikko not quite getting the putt to fall.
Those tend to catch right there in that right side pocket.
Especially with the nose up that he puts on his putt as well. Thomas is going to capitalize on the birdie. Here's Kev coming in with a spin putt as well.
There it is. You see that left shoulder just drop way back behind his body.
And I think that's what the stagger allows him to do on that spin putt. So just a little bit different release to give him a little bit more confidence in certain situations. We're kind of seeing that more and more. There's a lot of really top caliber players having both a push putt and a spin putt.
Situational
Yeah.
putt, as I've been calling it lately. Each situation, each win read.
Hello Leopard 3 is stable. It's wanna go straight all day long. That's why I love it. It feels good in my hand. It's just very comfortable to grip. Just throw, it's gonna fly straight for you. And I love their plastic. It is beautiful. Look at this color. When you have a pretty disc like this, you just want a birdie, right?
Hole 12, probably the most straightforward par 4 out here. There is a gnarly out of bounds blackberry bush on the right that you do not want to land in. The tree in the middle marks like the 420 foot mark, and it's 822, so you need a couple 400 foot shots if you want to get into circle 1.
And, ooh, a long flipping roller from Kev. That is a
past the blackberry
fantastic.
group
No,
right there.
no.
Okay.
He's safe, but he might not have a good lie anymore. I thought that was going to check up much sooner. And Thomas has the distance to just pound one out to the left. Anything past that guardian tree is good, but to be 80 feet past it, probably not too bad.
Yeah, that dead tree in the middle is the 420 foot mark, and he just flew past it on a slight hyzer.
Sit down. Out of bounds in the blackberry
finds it.
bush. And this looks good. You did see that crosswind push it. Let's do a
Gilbert.
jump back
Yes.
to Thomas Gilbert's throw. This is a pure baby hyzer that he's throwing. And he uses his length better than almost anybody on tour. He is 6'4", and 6'4", 6'5" range. But just such a neutral position. And again, the thing I like about Thomas is that he doesn't overextend those long legs of his. He keeps himself in a controlled position. Him and AB are both just two players that use their length so well.
Yeah, shout out to Gatekeeper Media for the form checks. And to my man Brian Earhart for crushing them every time. I soak it up when I'm in this room with you, Brian.
You know, I think now that we're at a point in the game where the equipment and the athletes are kind of figuring out the throw biomechanically, because we're able to. We have fast enough equipment that can handle a full body throw. I think it is something worth talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, back in the day, the discs were so flippy and slow that it was a lot more intuition than it was perfect biomechanics.
And there's just so many more athletes, and there's so much more information out there.
Yes. Yeah, there's always going to be that element of body English in the world of the flying disc, no matter what discipline you're in. But disc golf, we're really starting to see a lot of the players with similar mechanics, similar core mechanics, similar to golf. You know, golf, you had a lot more unique swings back in the day, and then now that the game's been solved by, they have golf robots telling them how to swing.
Yeah, convergent evolution.
Yeah, we celebrate the players that have that authentic style, but a lot of them have very similar styles.
Oh, and you were right. That roller, that headwind just kind of pushed that roller backwards and left Kev with almost nothing.
Yeah, I was really thinking that crosswind was going to get him to check up, kind of like it did to Nikko's. But I'm sure he's fine with a par after almost going out of bounds in the drive. And this is, while I won't put this out of his wheelhouse, this would be a tough make. And it looks like he was running it. He could have played it off as a layup, but
it's amazing to see. You mentioned before, Brian, how long he's been doing this. It's amazing to see him with this much passion still. I know he sometimes gets a lot of heat for the way that he behaves on the course, but he is a passionate player. You can tell that he wants it. He has that desire, and for him to be that close to the lead and then just for this round to be falling apart,
it's easy to be playing this game for so long competitively and to let apathy crawl in. Like, what's the point anymore? Yeah. You know, I'm playing poorly. I've played poorly before. Who cares? And I will always give him credit for keeping that passion alive. Whether it helps him or hurts him, it's definitely admirable in ways. And Adam is going to tap in an unfortunate bogey after going OB right into the blackberry bush.
Yeah, it's 2021. Nikko was the player of the year in 2009.
We'll let that sink in as we move into number 13. 360 uphill, plays more like 390 with the uphill and the low ceiling. We're seeing a lot of drivers right skip shots. If you really want to impress us, though, you'll go up the gut, please. Thomas going big power hyzer. Uh-huh. Who needs a gap? And Kevin, our resident hyzer thrower, is going to be obviously opting for a similar line, maybe a little lower. Oh, no, he saw what Thomas was doing, and he's throwing a different line.
Maybe a little helping right to left wind out there.
Yeah. And he did not get the help that Thomas did.
He's had so many looks from that distance. It's a stock hyzer, but it's not that easy to access circle one with the low ceiling on the right, with it being slightly uphill and with that grass being so thick.
Well, you know, we said the hole plays like 390 with the uphill. If you're throwing this wide hyzer, it plays even longer than that. With how much you have to swing it wide and have it come back, that's a lot more speed you have to put into the disc rather than the hyzer flip with something a little smoother up the gut. But these are some of the best players in the world, and play to win at all costs.
Ooh, nice drop.
Hyzer from Adam with a pink force. Oh, and Kevin Jones.
There we go. I knew we were going to see at least one drop.
Please hit us with the Gatekeeper
look how
rewind.
Low. His disc is almost touching the ground.
Yeah. That's such a powerful putt. Great shot from Kev, and here's a spinner from Nikko. Is he gonna step this one? Looks like he's just outside C1.
Just hear that wind ripping.
Tailwind.
Man, what a tough stretch of holes.
Low from Adam as well. That tailwind got him as well.
Yeah, just hammered it down right there.
It's so tricky to putt in a tailwind on a course that has swirling wind, because a straight tailwind will drop you, but the moment it shifts to a little bit cross tail, it sails you over the basket or shoves you straight down.
Yeah, that's when you start getting really
Yeah.
confused and you lose all your confidence when a tailwind lifts.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're looking to support me, make sure to pick up one of my Adam Hammis Tour Series wasps. Any of your local Discraft retailers or on discraft.com. Thanks, guys.
All right, hole 14, 9,000 foot par 5. That one's for you, AJ. This hole is so far. You need 2 500-foot shots to get.
Yeah, I'll pick. I'll pick
stay
up
in
here.
swing.
This is a long par 4.
It's so long.
The saving grace is that it does set up for that righty max distance shot, and Thomas has tried to do it as best he can.
It's a fine line between getting it to pan all the way out and hyzering off to that left side.
Well, there's also that right to left crosswind that shoves the flight plate down. And yeah, I mean, unless you throw the best drive of your life, it is going to be an insanely hard upshot. Most players are going to take a 4 on this. And this roller's interesting.
Oh, look at that.
But it's going to get pushed by that crosswind.
Just the way that he used that wind to help it get down, but it's just too much wind getting out underneath it.
Yeah, it kind of pushes the bottom, and anytime you throw that roller in the helping crosswind right to left, that's when you'll see that upside down curl up, and you just lose so much distance.
Looks like he's stabling up here.
And he did not get on that
quite a bit
enough.
of wind.
He needed to get that way out in front of his body, and that flex out.
What? Another great reaction off the tree there.
Yeah.
Puts him back in the middle. But yeah, he's 650 out. Flip.
Oh my gosh, that was late. Look at the shot. That was
huge.
540 into a headwind. And Kevin going hyzer out of the hand puts him pretty close, but again, you're not going to get a birdie from there. Nikko going cut roller. I don't think that has enough, but it very well could. What disc is that?
That's a Defender.
And Nikko falling out of the 4th dimension. Look at
That's amazing right there. That is going to be a meme. He just couldn't believe it.
Oh no. Thomas also falling victim to the crosswind, getting shoved over to the right side.
That's 45 left for his par right there.
This hole averaged a 4.5 on the day. I mean, kind of a soft par 5. You get a 4 on it and you feel like you did everything you could to play the hole. I think if you get the right wind and you lay down the righty max distance roller, or again, you have Simon and Eagle level distance, there's a shot at getting a birdie. But you saw Thomas, do the best he could, and
We've got to give a shout out to Gavin Rathbun for carding the birdie 3.
And Gavin
round 2.
does have that level of distance.
And the thing about this green too is that golf green is out of bounds right there, and it's 15 feet away from the bucket. Treacherous.
Nice spin putt from Nikko, saving the par.
Deflated. The man is deflated, Brian.
Yep. That spin putt stroke is looking so good from him, and
It's amazing that he can still get it nose down.
Yeah.
On the spin.
par save from Thomas. And he's still sitting in a good spot. I mean, 3 birdies in a row and a par in this one, which really saves you a half stroke on the field. Thomas is putting together a decent finish here. Second place on the card. And a bogey from Adam drops him to 7 under.
You've seen them in the hands of professionals, helping them compete at the highest level. Whale Sacks is a female-owned small business, handmade in the USA. We are dedicated to outstanding grip for all disc golfers.
Moving into 15, tight gap shot, tall grass OB all the way, 412. This hole plays longer than it looks. One of the most deceiving holes in the course. And there is a safe play off to the left side, but
Super safe.
the basket's just right in front of you, and
Yep.
it tempts you to throw the driver right at it. Well, I think we're going to see Thomas going for it.
Yeah, you said it, Brian. It's the most deceiving hole out here at Glendoveer, and it's playing as the second most difficult hole on the course because of how much out of bounds there is.
Thomas has gone long. Problem there is he has a 35-footer with nothingness behind it. The OB is 20 feet behind the basket on the slope. Yeah, 3.37 average. I don't know if that has the height.
Wow. It had the pace, though.
Barely does have the height. He's going to be safe with a long look for birdie.
Just yanks those stable discs out there on Annie. It's a great shot.
Oh, yeah, circle 1. Adam is sabling up to force on this one. Get up.
Look at that thing just carry off to
Yep.
the right.
Gonna be safe. I guess he wanted to make that. But I'm sure he's fine with a 3 at this point. Maybe not after the bogey on the previous hole. No way!
Kev Jones putting together a round. Yes, run it back.
No wobble, perfect trajectory,
Oh, look at
dead
that.
center.
Such a fun player to watch.
I just love watching his skill set evolve year after year. That's the thing I really like about Kevin is he's still new to the game.
Seems like it, right?
Yeah.
He's been playing a really long time, but it does seem like he's got, he just appeared on the scene a couple years ago.
I know.
And yeah, and then instantly became one of the top 5 players in the world. And Thomas Gilbert.
Another
from
one of
distance,
those players.
You said it. Nothingness behind the basket. OB. What a putt. What a round from these two.
Yeah, Thomas is another one of those players that feels new to the game, but their skill set is just rapidly improving. And yeah, you remember, like you said, Kevin has, I believe, a video on YouTube at age 14 chucking discs in a parking lot. Moving into 16, 445 par 3. Big forehand is going to be the play if you can. Otherwise,
it's a big one.
big backhand turnover to the hill is not too bad of a move.
And we saw a couple players take this like high, wide hyzer that
Oh,
I didn't even know was in play, right? That's what I'm
Kevin
saying,
going
Brian.
so big. And he's safe, but
Yeah, tough to access the green on that steep of an angle. But yeah, you were mentioning Kev at the age of 14, and it's so special to be this in on disc golf and to see so many different athletes with years of frisbee knowledge. I mean, when Kev grabs a disc, he could tell you what mold it is, if it's going to be
Yes.
flippy, like instantly, and it's just really incredible.
and Thomas also going with this enormous hyzer.
Oh,
What?
my.
What?
Oh my gosh, that was huge. How far do you think that had to travel? It's 445, but he's throwing it, 80 feet in the air off the tee. It's a 550-foot hyzer that he just threw to park that hole.
Wow. My jaws dropped on that one.
That's huge. Yeah, I didn't really know that was a line until I watched them play on the Disc Golf Network and saw them going over the top.
Yeah, Nico's going with a flex over the top. Tough part about the flex is just the nose kind of gets up when you're throwing that type of stall hyzer that high.
Kevin Nikko landing short there shows you how impressive Thomas's shot is.
Yeah, we'll see if Adam has the hyzer power. Again, stall hyzer doesn't work here because it's too high. You have to go nose down power hyzer. And I think the...
Oh, that's better.
It looks good. I don't think it's going to have enough.
Oh, yeah.
It literally has to have no flat angle on it whatsoever. It has to be just pure hyzer the whole way to have the speed. Adam's going to have a drop in 3. Ooh. That was a nice little catch shot.
A tough one to give a true run. Look how close Thomas is on that hyzer.
Yeah, he's still not putting yet. That is such a birdie. That is a... It's one of the biggest shots I've seen all season.
Hole 17, par 3, 485. We've got a low ceiling gap right here. A ton of airspace approaching the green, and then there's some guardian trees at like 45 at the bottom of this hill. A very tough green to access.
One of my favorite holes on this course.
Yes.
So challenging. Kevin did not put a good move on that disc.
Yeah, the gap is like 200, maybe 250 out from the tee pad, so it's not tiny, but it feels kind of small with that low ceiling.
Exactly.
For how hard you have to throw it.
Yeah, hitting a low ceiling gap with speed is really hard, and I think that's the whole challenge of this hole. That's what they're trying to give you as the challenge here, if you want the birdie on it.
Nikko just going to yank over on this really overstable. I believe he's throwing a fortress.
Yeah, just outside circle 1. It's going to be a stepper for him with a backstop. Adam is clubbing up to a nuke speed-wise. Again, if he hits the right angle, hits the right height, the disc will do the work and skip off that pine straw.
Yeah, this one's got to be a pretty good hyzer angle, especially with how much wind we've got. It's like headwind, slight right to left. Oh, look at it just get lifted.
There must be a crosswind on this hole. It's so hard to throw low ceiling when there's that helping crosswind lifting the bottom of your disc up. You got to throw way lower than you think.
So Kevin's actually before the first group of trees, so he's got 2 sets of guardian trees to work with. Gets the first gap.
That is a heck of a shot. Yep. Adam gets up there as well. And that was a really big approach shot for Kevin. You know, you see he's tied for second place right now. Lead card is a place he thrives on.
And it would just be huge to go back-to-back lead card final rounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we said it before that he was speaking of how much the Masters Cup, what it did for his overall confidence. And to do it back-to-back weekends at the elite level is going to do great things going into the biggest tournament of the year.
Mm-hmm. And he does save the par. He's 13 under par through 2 rounds. That's not too shabby. That's right where you want to be, honestly. It's rare to see 20 under par or better not be the mark to hit in the third round. But we move into number 18, 1,198 feet. Nate, talk about this hole.
Yeah, it's uphill, you know, both ways. You got uphill off the tee, and then you got uphill once again, and it's 1,200 feet. It plays like 1,400, and it's just so difficult to get a 4-on. We got a late Mando tree that forces you to throw a straight to hyzer shot for your approach.
Oh, and Kevin is going with a roller. No way.
Don't even think about it. That green right there is so tricky. It's out of bounds.
That's a huge drive from Kevin. He could go roller again and get to the base of the hill. I don't expect Thomas to go roller here. I think this is his distance driver that he throws the air shots with.
Well, Eagle McMahon kind of changed the way that people are thinking about this hole. Eagle went roller off the tee and then roller on his second and rolled it into circle 2.
Ew.
and people.
That makes me uneasy to think about.
I know, it's incredible, and you know these are some of the top athletes in the world. They want to match that. They don't want to be outdone by anybody, especially this guy right here. He wants to prove to everybody that he can also lay down a shot like that.
Oh, and I think he was trying to go huge roller. You know, hearing that story of Eagles roller on 18, probably, like you said, fired him up.
Well, Nikko was actually playing with him during round 1. Nikko laid down like a 550, 600-foot roller off the tee, and then Eagle bested him by like 100 feet.
Stay off of it.
And stay off the green as well, okay.
Great shot.
Does.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Pushing him off to the right. That's not going to be a position for a birdie, unfortunately. You have to stay center cut, maybe a little left. Okay.
Stay on cut. Wow.
Yeah, and it does. No way.
Oh my gosh. Slow down. Huge cut roller.
Perfect positioning.
The little micro steps that Nikko does. He's been doing that for so long. And just slow down before it gets to that Mando. That might pinch his angle off. It's hard to tell how close he is to the group of trees on the left.
Finally up to Kevin's drive.
Oh, and he's going to go air shot.
That's a little low. Still, he's going to be in position to throw a hyzer to the pin for a birdie. bounces up the hill. He's going to have a little up and down for a par.
Yeah, the basket is like 60 to 70 feet past the crest of that hill, and it can be tough to gauge exactly how far you need to throw it.
Okay. Adam puts his to 25 short. Nikko, we'll see if he's pinched off. If anything, he has a big spike hyzer that he can get down there. It looks like he's lining something up. Could maybe also try to go low and skip one up there, but it's the angle of this green with the hill is not easy. This is a lot of trust in this shot.
It's going stiletto. Oh, he's going low.
That's such a masterful
What?
shot underneath the branches of the pine.
Yeah, I didn't know that was there even.
Challenging the Mando tree, too. That is risky. He's putting for bird. That
So unfortunate.
is a little unfortunate. Bad reaction off that cage. Oh, just off the front. That would have been 14 under par. Kevin Jones is going to tap in his par.
What a treat to watch that man play.
Exactly the number he needed.
This is a big tester putt right here. Slight left to right.
And that is just a real rough finish. Get the 35-foot rollback.
I don't know if that makes a difference between lead card or chase card.
Yeah, you see him right there. He's already tied for 5th. And
Okay, so
I believe this bogey is going to secure his spot. Yeah, I mean, and he could have made it. Oh, Adam.
Could have made the.
He could have made lead card
Yeah.
if someone screwed up on 18 on the lead. There's one
Yeah.
card behind them. But that kind of sealed the deal for him. And Adam finishes with a 3-putt. Oh, Adam.
Tough back 9 for Hamis.
Let's see if Nikko can get this awesome birdie. Kind of a botched roller, but then a beautiful second shot. And then an insanely masterful third shot to this spot here. Checking the wind. He's going to go with a spin putt.
Yeah, this is tough on this elevated pin right here. Tailwind, slight left to right for him.
And that was kind of a rough round for Nikko. He honestly blew a lot of opportunities that he gave himself, and then just mixed with a few really poorly placed out of bounds shots. You know he's going to be kicking himself for this one. He had some absolute moments of brilliance early on in the round, and showcasing how wide his skill set is in regards to backhand air shots and rollers and hyzers and sidearms, showing how long he's been doing this. But Kevin Jones, you see him tied for 2nd after that.
Shaping up to be a great tournament here, Brian. I couldn't be more excited to see how it all goes down during this final round. Let's take a look at the scores. Kevin kept it clean the entire round, I believe. No bogeys for him. 8 down on the round. That ties the course record.
And there you have it, folks. We have a star-studded lead card and a
Simon Lizotte.
phenomenal... Yes, Simon
Making
Lizotte
the
is
lead
back.
card. That is just so impressive. What an inspiration that man is.
We are going to catch you again tomorrow for the final round coverage. Make sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper Media for those notifications. Again, I'm Brian Earhart. He's Nate Perkins. We'll catch you next time.